Okay, as I mentioned prior, I wanted to touch on the tasks assignment that I had during session two, and I really just wanted, my focus was on those of you that feel uncomfortable with the assessment being timed and just not knowing exactly how to manage that time. I wanted for you to just self-assess, because I always say assess, 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 to see exactly where you're at. Where are you at with your comfort level on being assessed of the things that you use day to day, because that's really what level one is, things that you generally use day to day with an infusion of some things that you usually may not use because that's not part of your day to day, like blogger would probably for an older crowd, maybe not particularly, but it could be, or a Google Groups, which is something that we really don't use in the district, or a Google Plus. And YouTube. Not everyone is just comfortable or familiar with YouTube. But anyway, so this was, if you hadn't, and these are just the various resources that I provided for the task. And if you didn't have a chance to look at, I broke it down into task 1, 2, 3, and 4, with basically wanting you to have a chance to play around with Google Plus, Google Groups. As I mentioned before, you have to do that from home. Just doing some things within Google um, Forms. Okay, let me look exactly what my focus was on this, because I've also made a task list. So this is nowhere near what the assessment looks like, but it will go in sections like this. This is a best way, and technically none of them will really be specifically like that, because I don't know what the assessment is, because it's randomized. But you would have to be able to complete certain tasks. So the first one, I asked for you to take this document and change the color background. So since I'm walking through it, I'm going down. If you're not familiar with this, which I'm pretty sure you are, and of course I have that block in my view. So let me X out of it. Try it again. The page setup. And I love, 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 love this, because I love color. And let me show you a little something. And you may already know, but I keep this tab open for a reason, because and I do this for my own children when they ask me to do a resume. And this is a beautiful resource. And I just want to share this because I just, want to give a little back. And the colors are, all of them are listed there. A little FYI, it's the hex code that you're looking for, not the decimal code, but the hex code. Once you let me be now, I'm not going to be bold. Let me find something that's a little more demure so it won't mess up our eyes when we look at it. And I'll just go for the honeydew. That's pretty. F0, FFF0. So it's always the zero. It's not going to be an O, it's going to be a zero. And I figured out through trials and tribulations that the letters have to be lowercase or they won't work. Because I tried capitalized and they don't work. So I said F0, FFF0. So I go back to my task. Oh, this is it right here. And as I change my page color, I'm specifically customizing. And right here, F0, FFF0. And it is the pretty honeydew color. So I've changed that, and it's so pretty. I'm excited. And I might use that. Yes, I think I might use that again. I really do like that. So the other thing was change the orientation. So I'm going to change the orientation, which is fairly easy thing to do. And I could have done that while I was already in there, but I'm looking at directions. And this is a prime example. There are going to be so many different tasks that you're asked to do that are actually in your mind, and then you still have to go back. And that's why I mentioned in the incognito section that you need to make sure that you don't give yourself any opportunity to click out of the test. I was just so OCD and scared of clicking out that there was no chance. And if I would have clicked out, I would have been right back in there. But the next one was change the paper size. And I said anything besides 8.5 by 11, which technically speaking, all of this is in the page setup, but there will not be like I have everything here so I can just move it over and take a look at it. You will not have that opportunity. You will have to toggle back and forth, constantly toggling back and forth. All right, and I'm going to change it to something I use from time to time when I have a big project or something huge that I want students to have access to. Uh, of course, their screen is not as wide as mine, so it makes it a little bit more difficult for them, but there we go. So insert a link of an instructional video from YouTube and label it with a description. Okay, this is where we go. You're in, where am I at? Okay. Not the Earl. No, it is the Earl. Let me make sure. And this is exactly a prime example why you need to make sure that you practice this. Because if it's not something that you do on a daily, it makes it difficult. Obviously, you can see what kind of music I listen to. Instructional video on the English Industrial Revolution. So let's see if this works. And I'm turning off the volume again. And back to my task. You have to be cautious. Like I said, this is something that I don't do regularly. Okay, so that's not it's not gonna work. And it might not ask you to do that. So that may have been a mission impossible. Did I ask for, okay, I can just use this right here. So at this point in time, you have to ask yourself, is this something I've done before? So obviously that's not possible in a Google Doc, but it's definitely possible in Google Slides. Now, I know that for sure. So as I created these tasks, I just want to make sure to kind of take you for a loop because that's exactly what the assessment's going to be like. And I just took myself for a loop. Whoa. Okay, so now I just created that, and that's as simple as you can get. Insert a picture that is relevant to the month of February. Okay, just keep in mind that as you're inserting, so since my birthday is in February, I'll put it's relevant to me. Okay. Let's see what pops up. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll just use something that I'm not sure what it is, but I'll use it. It just seems like it fits the theme that I'm going for. So where are we going to put this? That's the question. Where are we going to put this? Or where is it going to put itself? So where is it? Okay. So we already know. It pushed everything down. We're going to adjust that size. Because at this point in time, your whole entire document has changed its format and everything. And I don't like that. Definitely don't like that because now I'm going from having a one-page paper, and I insert pictures all the time just because the students need pictures. I've inserted GIFs, or they say some people pronounce it GIF. And let's see, definitely don't want that. I'll just put it out here to the outside. So that's my task 3. Link the provided Google Sheet to the recycle symbol. So I provided within the training, there's a Google Sheet. I was asked to do what is it now? Now keep in mind I'm doing exactly what I would be doing so I'm going to attach it to this. Let me get it. There we go. And why is it doing that? It's not. Okay. We'll see. Very interesting. Okay. Let me just, and it's still loading. So I just got a spreadsheet. I didn't want to have students' names attached to it. So I'm going to share it. Oftentimes, this will actually tell you what setting it needs to be on, and my instructions weren't specific. At this point in time, and I'm not afraid to say this, I am looking to make sure that I have a way to attach it to the image. Now I know I've attached images, and obviously I want to give myself a run for the money, and it's not giving me that option. So what can I do to attach this? Will it allow for me to enter by URL like this? I don't know. We're about to find out. It does not. So at this point, anytime, and they will never give you anything to do that would be just as difficult, because at this point in time, I've made it difficult. As a matter of fact, I know the video is getting pretty lengthy, and this should tell you right here, this is a prime example. That's why I want you to go ahead and try for this. And what I will just do is take the alternate route and attach it to the term recycle symbol. So as I'm going through this is a learning experience for me as well, where I can see what I can and cannot do. So like I mentioned before, there's nothing within the assessment that will be given to you that's impossible to do. But of course, if you're, toggling back and forth like I am, then time goes by. So I didn't pay attention when I started the video. I'm going to pause. Okay, I paused the video and it still doesn't give me a time. Let me see if this will do. 13 minutes. 13 minutes gone by, and I've only completed this amount of tasks. 1, 2, 3, 4 with a couple of hiccups and some adjustments. So keep in mind, this is how the assessment is. And that's what some people are just really struggling with, because they're not used to doing these various things that you're not constantly using. And as you can see, there's a couple things that I had to look for, because then I don't constantly use them. Usually if I add any type of URL, which most of the time is in my Google slides. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. This was just my demonstration on showing you how important it is for you to go ahead and practice. I am going to leave this sitting here. I mean, you'll have access to it. I don't know if it's something that you'll want to continue doing, but I want you to, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm coming all the way out of this again, just in case I need to do this again. All right, is it back to normal? It is. And I will see you on the next video.